Tony Romo won't open the door, but he won't lock it either. The former franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys ascended from the ranks of the undrafted to become the most prolific passer in team history, but was much maligned and vilified in the process for the continued absence of a Super Bowl ring. Anyone who followed the team closely during his time as a starter knows why that was, with questionable personnel decisions and indecisions littering the near decade of Romo's starting tenure. Whether it was questionable protection on the offensive line, a league-worst defense, or a combination of the two, team owner Jerry Jones readily admits his biggest failure as a general manager was failing to put a team around Romo that could help him win an ever-elusive sixth Lombardi Trophy for the franchise. Released following the emotional roller coaster that was 2016, Romo is now an award-winning and Emmy-nominated NFL analyst for CBS Sports, and also has several major endorsements in tow, now seeing his pendulum swing drastically in the court of public opinion. For all intents and purposes, he's America's sweetheart who can do no wrong, a stark contrast to when many claimed he could do no right, despite evidence to the contrary. In the wake of the Cowboys moving on from a longtime offensive coordinator Scott Linehan, many are pleading with Romo to return to the team in a play-calling capacity. Instead, he's readying for what could reportedly be a network bidding war for his services in 2019. Those hoping he'll accept less money for more stress and less time with his wife and 3 children shouldn't hold their breath, because that's the furthest thing from his mind right now, anyway. "I never say never to anything," he said, via CBS DFW. "I've said this many times, I'm really happy where I'm at. I love where my life is. I'm sure, at some point, 25 years from now, you'll want something competitive in that regard, but I like where I'm at. I don't thinking about that right now at all." Fans and television conglomerates aren't the only ones trying to woo Romo either, with the award-winning broadcaster confessing there are NFL teams reaching out to him as well. "There was something earlier this season and definitely 2 times this off-season," he told Richard Deitch of The Athletic. "Don't expect him to come out of the booth for them either, though. I think in some ways you are always evaluating everything, but at the same time, I envision probably doing this a long time," Romo said. "It would be a shock to me for me to think, okay, I am done tomorrow. At the same time, you cannot predict how life goes, but I do know I am happy, this is comfortable, and working with Jim Nantz and our team has been terrific." It's not the first time Romo has hinted at the door of a potential NFL comeback remaining open. In a 2018 interview with the Ben and Skin Show on 105.3 FM, he made it known he's physically fine and could suit up to play right now in the NFL. "I probably played much more hurt back in 13 or 14 than I would be now, but you find your routine in life that you figure out that kinda keeps you going," he said. "Yeah, I'm healthy enough. That wouldn't be an issue at all, I don't think. That would be the least of my thoughts when it came to a decision like that. Obviously, you might want to hold off on the speculation though, or at least 99.99% of it, because there's hardly a reason Romo would leave his well-paid position as an analyst to jump back into the blame fire that is the Cowboys or any other team." That said, however, when asked outright if he would, he didn't say yes, but he didn't exactly say no either. "You guys are silly," Romo replied with a sly laugh, masterfully dodging the question altogether. It's key to note the Pro Bowler didn't immediately file formal retirement paperwork after being released by the Cowboys 2 years ago, and a source close to the situation tells me he still hasn't. This makes him still be eligible to sign with an NFL team whenever and if ever he chooses to, also because Dallas willingly relinquished his rights in 2016 when they cut him loose. Is it possible he'd suit up one more time? Sure it is. Is it plausible, though? Not even remotely. Is it possible he'll become a coach one day? That is much more likely, but no time soon. Between his booth prowess, the accompanying paycheck, the endorsements, the reduction in stress, the newfound media love, and the budding golf career he justifiably put on hold to focus on leading the Cowboys, don't put your chips on seeing the soon-to-be 39-year-old on an NFL field in the near future. The competitive fire still burns, as he said before, but the cons of a return simply outweigh the pros in a big way. It's not stopping everyone from wanting a piece of him though, one of the most poignant table turns you'll ever witness in the court of public opinion.